This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my breakdown of the Mandalorian Season 3 trailer. I'm really excited to do this. I haven't done a breakdown in a while, and I always have fun doing it, so let's go straight into it.
Our people are scattered, like stars in the galaxy. What are we? What do we stand for?
We first see Din Djarin meeting up with many other Mandalorians, explaining how his people have been scattered throughout the galaxy, and with it, he is trying to get them back together.
Being a Mandalorian is not just learning about how to fight. You also have to know how to navigate the galaxy. That way, you'll never be lost.
Din continues to explain how Mandalorians not only need to know how to fight, but also how to travel the galaxy so they can never be lost. And we see him both in his N1 starfighter, but also meeting up with Grief Karga on Navarro, which is a completely different place to what it was back in Season 1. The changes to it are extremely impressive, and he turned it into a completely respectable place that doesn't look all worn down. It actually looks really nice there, and I think it looks really cool.
I'm going to Mandalore, so that I may be forgiven for my transgressions.
We see Din flying into a rainy planet. It's either Camino, maybe some other world, but I feel like it's probably flying in through a storm while approaching Mandalore. And after that, we hear him explain how he is going to Mandalore to be forgiven for removing his helmet, which is something that was established in the Book of Boba Fett. And looking at this, we get to see what I believe is the capital of Sundari completely destroyed. It might be a different city, but it's probably Sundari, and it looks pretty cool to see the wreckage of it.
May the Force be with you!
This is the way.
There's something dangerous happening out there.
We then get to see Dan picking up, I believe it's R5 from A New Hope, the droid that Uncle Owen nearly bought instead of R2. Better known as Skippy the Jedi droid. He's from a really ridiculous story that wasn't either canon or Legends. Trust me, you have to look up the story of Skippy the Jedi droid. I might make a video on him. I may have made this promise before, I'm not 100% sure. But Skippy the Jedi droid, amazing character, and he's finally going to be with the Mandalorian and Grogu. But then we get a view of something that I'm truly excited for. Coruscant, after the events of the fall of the Empire. This is something we've never got to see on screen. If you look into something like Legends, there's a lot of post Return of the Jedi stories that take place on Coruscant. But with this, we haven't seen anything about the world besides, I think, a few references in some of the books that lead up to the sequel trilogy about the capital of both the Republic and the Empire. And I'm really excited to see what's going to be going on here because it truly is going to be awesome to see. We may also see some characters like Mon Mothma in it. And since she is the current Chancellor of the Republic, that would be pretty interesting to see. At least I'm pretty sure she is. I don't remember how long her term lasted. But with this being still relatively close to Return of the Jedi, I'm pretty sure she still would be Chancellor since she was so popular. And with other things, it's really interesting just to see this. I cannot wait to see Coruscant post Return of the Jedi, and it's going to be so interesting to see.
And by the time it becomes big enough for you to act, it'll be too late.
We then get a warning from one of the pilots. I don't remember his name, but he's warning Din Djarin that there's something going on, and if he isn't on top of it, it's going to be too late. We then get a few other shots, and of Grogu, and then we get to see a flashback to the Jedi Temple during Order 66. This is probably going to be continuing the scene that was in the Book of Boba Fett, and we'll see how Grogu was rescued from the Jedi Temple. I'm wondering if you're going to see Hayden Christensen playing the fallen Anakin Skywalker in this scene. Within, I'm not sure if we can really say Darth Vader yet. You could, but I'd say he's more fallen Anakin, and he truly becomes Vader when he gets burnt alive. But honestly, looks like it could be a really cool hallway scene where we see Vader go and Vader or fallen Anakin, whichever you prefer to have, go and slaughter multiple Jedi, which might be the coolest hallway scene yet. Tapping Vader's in Rogue One and being a lot better than the one with Luke against the Dark Troopers in the last season. But yeah, it looks like someone's cutting through the door with a lightsaber, although it could be blast charges blowing the door open. And yeah, honestly, this looks really cool, and I can't wait to see how Grogu was rescued.
Hang on, kid.
We then get to see that Din Djarin's also going to be receiving, or at least using, a Mandalorian bank fighter. And these were seen throughout the Clone Wars and Rebels. They're pretty great ships, and serve as deployment ships for Mandalorians that has a little function where they have a thing that opens up to let out Mandalorians so they could fly out with their jetpacks. They're being chased by TIE interceptors, and it looks really cool to see this. We then get to see that an army of what looks like pirates or raiders are attacking Navarro, and some Mandalorians come in to save them. I'm not 100% sure, but that Mandalorian helmet looks a lot like the one that Sabine Wren wears. I'm not sure if it's her. I don't think a reveal like that would be in the trailer, but it is pretty blurry, so you can't fully tell if it is her or someone with just a pretty similar looking helmet. But still looks pretty cool, and let's go on to the final clip.
This is the way.
We finally get to see Grogu using the Force on an alien to defeat him, hovering towards him in his pram. And honestly, this was such a great trailer. I'm really excited for the new season, and I really just can't wait to see it happen. And honestly, I'm not really sure how I'm going to be doing recaps and reviews for both this and Bad Batch. It'll really depend both on my schedule and when I do it, but I will have separate videos for them because I want to talk about these shows separately. I'm still really excited to see this, and I just really want to know what you think. Please let me know in the comments. I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.